I don't. Yeah, we should talk about that.
Y'all caught me right in the middle of, let me see those hands, let me see those hands, let me see those hands, let me see. What it do, family? Happy Thanksgiving. Welcome to the show. I'm that dude, Doc Rocky, content creation host. And then I got my hostess with the mostest. What's up, Miss D?
What's going on, brother? Good to see you. Happy Thanksgiving, happy Turkey Day, Indigenous Peoples Day, all the days. Happy day to wake up and just enjoy the day. How about that?
Yeah, I'm indigenous in the mud.
all the indigenous people
You
met
know
up
what's
in your
funny?
bloodline.
I can't, this is as crazy as this may sound, I can't really eat turkey no more for real.
Why?
I randomly became like semi-allergic to it. It turns out that turkey is high in purine, and purine is the activator, not to be confused with curl activator. Purine is the chemical that is in certain foods that really causes gout, right? So turkey, scrimps, crabs, your seafoods. Of course, beer. I don't drink beer, so no biggie. Certain types of hard liquors. Luckily for enough, whiskey doesn't affect me. You know what they call like smoked meats? So in theory, like bacon, but what I tend to do is get a low cure bacon, not a heavy cure bacon. If you got one of them deep like aged bacons like you get from Tennessee, like
You
that
can
would
soak
just
that mug in water because it's so
Yeah.
salty. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's really trippy because two of my favorite things in the world was like shrimps and turkey, and I can't really eat either one of those. And so even when I get salamis, like I got to be real careful like how they cure it. Certain things just activate a chemical that's called purine, and it'll be like walking on 1,000 pins the next day. boy,
Jeez.
knees don't work, feet so all swolled up, feel like you're getting stabbed with needles. And yeah, that's it. But yeah, let me send this to my kin folks over here. I don't forgot to remind folks. See, Kev doesn't slide up in here. What it do, Kevin?
Kev? People got to slide in after they get that plate coma. So they.
I think it's still early for Kevin, so he might not got his plate yet. He might still be like flexing cookies. You know how Kevin be making cookies,
Right, man. Those fire truck cookies that he made I'm like, you look people. So people will say that they do things like, oh, I make this, or I'm good at that. But then when you really see that they really are actually good at it, it's very rewarding. And then just like, oh, that looks amazing. That's how I felt about those cookies that Kevin made. Those were the Bee's Knees Hall of Fame. If I do say so myself, and I do say so myself.
Yeah, I appreciate seeing, the other things that people that we know are into other than just, this kind of stuff. You know what I mean? And I think it brings a certain level of character and personality. And yeah, I kind of get a kick out of it. I think it's awesome because I think that we tend to forget that all of the stuff that we do, the people that we stream with, even the people that we look up to, so to speak, you're still folks, right? I mean, at the end of the day, you're just general folks. And folks is folks, as they say. So,
100%.
Yeah. So, hey, Kevin. Good to see you here. Am I fixing a field light or is my key light just hot? Oh, you know what? It could be. I was playing with my remote yesterday, showing something to my brother, and I might have accidentally elevated the light. So let me fix it. Good job, Kevin. Thank you.
Well, see, that's the problem with having and educating a community around videos. You can't have a day off.
How's it now?
Like, yeah.
Kevin gonna be like, you stupid.
Well, courtesy of the Sony cameras, you still are not having sprinkles in the shot with a bunch of digital noise.
There you go.
There have been some other folks I know.
Hey, some of them joint be working at the ice cream joint with them the rainbow sprinkles. They got all the sprinkles.
Like, oh, do you have a sprinkles effect on or a snowing effect? It's like, no, it's just the digital noise. You'll get used to it.
It's my white camera. Let me get a little extra flavor on this field light too. All right, see, Kevin got me over here messing with lights. Let me stop messing with Kevin. How you doing? See, Corey and Elmarie came to visit us today. How y'all doing? Good to see you out here in these here streets, as they call it.
Indeed.
Yeah, so, it's crazy. This has been a fantastic year. it's not quite time for the year-end wrap-up yet. You say that for like December. But, in honor of Thanksgiving, a thankful type year would definitely be realizing somewhere during Vlogmas of last year what I kind of know I needed to do, and then sticking the foot knee deep in it, and then be like, okay, now that I'm knee deep in it, let's get after it. And working with focus, working with purpose, working with intention. Well, I guess also intensity. And just watching things happen and grow. Like, I'm super thankful for that, right? I mean, of course, naturally, I'm thankful for my community or our community, or, it's even hard to say my, because I think we all have the same feel of ownership towards it. You know what I mean? Like, we might say stupid stuff to each other and then be boxing in the comments. But, if we was out, like, in New York and somebody said something dumb, they about to get squabbed.
Okay, you fell off the curb that day.
You know what I'm saying? I see Miss Eileen be out there throwing hands. Be like, what you say, fool?
Just pick up her purse. Oh, nothing, officer. I was just picking up my purse.
Lord, forgive me real quick, but I'm about to knock this sucker out.
Listen, you get one warning with Miss Eileen. She's going to say, all right now.
You know what I'm saying?
When you see somebody say, all right now.
All right now.
Back on
bruh.
back.
Yo, when you hear the old sister say, all right now, you about to get worked. I can see Pastor Felicia be like, I want to remind you that I'm a soldier and the pastor.
She's like, no, it's right. She's like, hey, all right now, hey. All right, you going to get a hey first. But Miss, hey. You get with the hands. Listen, because then it goes from peaceful resolution to fist of fury. You feel me?
So I'm super, super thankful for our wonderful community that we have. Our community is awesome. And it's funny when we're trying to like explain to people that this is our digital family, bruh. But for most of us, it seems a little bit more than just, casual acquaintances on the internet, right? And proof of that, of course, was our opportunity to meet up in New York, right? Like, that trip was super amazing, super amazing. So dope to get to hang out with Luis and Prince Aiden. Aiden ran the room. Me and Luis was just renting it.
I wish Luis was here to play that sound effects. I almost
He here.
Oh, is he? Okay.
Actually, you know what? Let me send Luis the invite, and then he can just be David.
Hit him with that.
Let me see if this fool is awake.
I'm still going through and trying to like upload footage. Like, I probably have close to a terabyte worth of, I know I have, like, I think it's over a terabyte worth of stuff just from that week to work through, in addition to like stuff that I've just recently recorded and like fighting for memory card space right now. But like I look back at the footage and stuff like that, and it's like I'm supposed to be picking what I want to pull from so I can edit it and put it on the vlog channel, but I'm just like get stuck watching it or laughing at it, or just really reminiscing from like that whole week was just like super epic. It just is one of those things like you had to have been there. You had to have been there. Like,
it's funny because you're looking at it.
Could jokes, yeah.
You're looking at it. I got to do something with this footage, but you're too busy laughing or just like, catching up on the things.
Right.
And this is 100% true. Okay, there we go. I'm pressing all kind of wrong buttons. So yeah, it was absolutely, and it's funny because I found myself the other day as I'm, thinking about what to move into the NAS and what not to move into the NAS. I'm looking at footage from like my Japan trips and everything. And then I'm like, man, I can't wait to be a bunch of us in the airplane, all excited, going to Japan.
Headed to Japan.
And then, we got LGM, Nihongo trip. And then the fights that will ensue. Nah, man, I don't want to go this way. Let's go this way. Man, shut up. I've been here. I lived here. I went to school here. I know which way I'm going. No, Google Map. Man, the hell with Google Map. Google Map don't speak Japanese. Shut up. I can see us boxing in the middle of Tokyo. And then all the Japanese people sitting around with popcorn going.
Translation. What the hell's wrong with those people?
Hey, look at the lady with the whistle. Her shirt. She's angry.
Yes, thank you. She is going to box.
All right, I'm clowning. Let me say what's up to the family. We out here making trouble. Luis is here. Happy TG, Luis, of course. Corey Elmarie. Miss Eileen Smith, look here. Let me put these hands up on you. Then we got Paul Duncan. What it do? Principal Walker. Oh my God, it was so great seeing her. She was just awesome sauce. Mr. G over here. Now he can eat. Now that he finished his tournament, he can actually eat some food.
Right.
To see
right. Just in time for the holiday too.
That was smart, right? Get the flexing over real quick. When they say on Instagram straight flexing, they was talking about Greg. Then Mr. Joe McFlow, good to see you here, brother. How are you? Mr. Rob Values, as we say out in these here streets. And then happy Thursday, Canada, because, they did their Thanksgiving already.
Right.
Corey and Elmarie said, exceptionally grateful for you two. Y'all keep focusing us to level up in the virtual space and throw these hands to protect it. Yes. About all of that.
There's no other way.
Mr. Rich Graham, dude, your picture yesterday of your missus, man, I don't know why. That was just funny to me. And I appreciate seeing other people having fun because, it just lets you know that all is good in the world. So thank you for sharing that with us. And then I'm pretty sure she done probably whopped upside your head a few times for being rich. Happy Thanksgiving from Dr. Elo. And happy Thursday, Canada, I guess. Louis says likewise. I'm not sure what he likewise into, but I hope it's not anything to do with the Aiden noise.
That's what happened. He wasn't supposed to have dairy before a certain time.
This
get
is
that
funny.
lactate in.
Oh, Rob, this is super funny. David is MIA, but in his Facebook, he living his best life.
Right. In the mountains, on the plain.
In the mountains. Oh my goodness. Hello, Kills. Just making trouble to you. Mr. Alejandro is in the building. What's up, brother? I'm a full human, full of peace and light. Y'all don't know what y'all are talking about. Hello, Dina. All the Canadians are showing up. Here we go. There you go. Thank you, sir. Got to close them loops, bro. Got to close them loops. So, yeah, man, I just wanted to real quick, just say of all of the things that happened this year, I am super, super thankful and grateful for our community because our community is nothing but the truth. And you guys are amazing. You guys, I'll be sitting in the house on a Sunday, be like, I don't feel like doing nothing today. I'm going to just kick it. And I'll be like, nah, let me go see what they doing. And then there's Michelle with the shenanigans stream. I'm like, all right, so much for chillaxing on this here Sunday here. So yeah, I just appreciate everybody. You guys are freaking-tastic. What's up, Samuel?
100%.
Young Jedi.
100%.
I said definitely one of the highlights of the year is me and Luis late in the mug rolling into the conference hall. And then we see this 7-foot tall, goofy ass kid walk around the corner with a backpack. And Luis is like, I can just tell by the walk. That's Sammy. And I was like, snap, that's Sammy. What's up, Sammy?
Mask
it was
on,
great.
Everything, hat on.
Big
it's
backpack
like,
with all of the stuff inside.
I'm thinking the audio video guys were telling Sammy like, hey man, we need you to take over. That's how much gear was in that backpack. Because I'm like, dude, are we doing something that we don't know about? Like Anna and Fulgen's about to, go next level or something, about to have a jib or something. Like, what is the deal? Like, tell me what is happening. That bag was, and still don't know what was in it. I personally don't know what was in it. I'm like, what all did you bring? Like, I don't want, like, we talking about weight of cameras and stuff, like the A7 IV and whatnot versus ZV-10. I'm like, I don't want the weight of a camera. I'm like, what do you have in that bag? Like, seriously, did you hit up B&H before we got there? Just fill it up, guys. Just keep filling. Keep going.
Sammy is related to Miss Frizzell, so he had the magic backpack.
Man.
And then the other thing that was funny was after that day, the day that you did your stream, right? And I mean your stream, the day that you did your speech, and then we was out clowning or whatever. We went out to go throw some axes, which was just nuts. I don't know who entrusted Diana and Fulgens with sharp objects, but
and then let us throw at the same time. There's a slight competition going on there, and then it's like you hear that he's throwing it really hard. So I'm like, oh, trying to show out. Okay. But then when we both landed at the same time, we look back like we planned that.
So
And
I'm
then
like,
no, none of the
okay,
rest of y'all wanted to throw no more. So I'm like, so
who is up here throwing these axes? Right?
I'm
Throw
just
it
saying,
back.
it was a fantastic
Throw
time.
the axe. And Rob got the 360 video just of it. So yeah, all of that was just like absolutely hilarious. But what's funny was I get back to the room and Luis done set up an entire studio in the bathroom. I was like, what the hell? He had pod mic. He had a little Zoom H4n camera, like little tripod, wires everywhere, laptop.
I mean, if
I walk
if we
in,
was
I was
giving
like,
out a Streamer of the Week award, it would go to Luis. He
Yo.
streamed just about every night of him
Thank you.
traveling to get there and then on the way back, and live check-ins with him being on the road and stuff like that. So Streamer of the Week award goes to Luis over there holding
I
it
thought
down.
for real he was like using the toilet with the door open.
It's just like, hey guys, I'm here.
Hey guys,
like
I'm
that.
here.
So
I'm like, wait,
here's the
what the
deceptive part. Here's the deceptive part. Luis makes you think he's a very calm. Like, I would never raise my voice. My name is Luis Vega. I am here with Prince Aiden, and today I want to talk to you about the ZV-E10. I think that this camera is very good. I think that you should buy one and why it's great comparative to this other thing. Thanks for joining this stream. Then he get off the stream, okay? And I'm like, look, first of all, like there's like a certain level of loud talking and this, that, or whatever, but like this is like at a football game, basketball game, you yelling like loud, and it's like, what was it, like 1 o'clock or
at
something?
night?
Louis like, and then it just closed the
Boom!
and I'm like, yo, it's like Luis. Everybody jump. Calm down.
Yo,
It's like, sorry, Puerto Rican. And I'm like, okay, I know what that means now.
dude, I think
It's like,
people in New
jeez.
Jersey jumped. That scared the crap out of me.
It woke Rob up upstairs. You know it did. It's like, listen,
Yes, Rob was upstairs.
Streamer of the Week award.
Minding his business.
golly.
So I'm looking forward to like, you know, what else we finna do in the next year and just like, you know, carrying on the mission. So yeah, it's been a fantastic whatever, super grateful that, you know, get to hang out with everybody. Oh my
I mean,
gosh.
that's the thing. It's kind of like we're kind of in the same place as last year where we were saying the things that we were planning and wanting to do for this year. And now we're in this space again where we're looking and saying like, okay, kind of like a year in review. And now like what's to come for the next year after that. And to be honest with you, it's like I was thinking to myself, just kind of like journaling and some other stuff. And I'm like, okay, I was like, I think next year, like I don't know. I don't really understand all of the whys, but I just feel like for me, it's going to be a real significant 10X year just in like so many different areas. Just like because some ideas, some visions and stuff it's just kind of sitting real heavy on me. And it's just like, I don't know where it's kind of coming from. I'm fine with it. And let's go, you know, whatever that means. Like I got big goals, big goals for next year. And I'm just like, first of all, I love this time of year, not just for like the holidays or what have you, but the weather, just the clarity of thought is always like a fantastic time of the year. And then you also are always like have a hope and anticipation for the year to come. And that's kind of where I am right now with things. And I'm just like, man, okay, like this year kind of, at some parts it felt slow. And then some parts it's like, dang, I can't believe the month is gone. Like November came and it's already gone. It's like on the way out the door now. So it doesn't feel like it. But
November
there's been
ran
some
through you
months
like
of
Taco Bell. On the rip.
Okay.
Like it just like
Okay.
straight through. Through the
Cold and cleanser. But that's how it's like. So some of the months felt like that, but now, like in hindsight, it's been a fantastic year, and I'm super pumped for next year. And it's like I'm not waiting until next year to like start doubling up on content. Like I had, like I was sharing with you, I did, and I put this on Twitter too. It's like the day before yesterday, I made 7 videos. Those 7 videos were great. And then I'm thinking what I'm going to do that evening was go make some additional smaller pieces of content. Sit down to listen, and you know, because we were on Facebook Messenger on the video, start hearing this weird noise. And I'm like, what the heck is this weird noise? And then I'm thinking it's Doc, and I'm like, yeah, you gotta fix that. It's like, good luck, buddy. It's like, no. But then it's like, get off, and then go check the video files, and I'm like, guess that noise was me, and all 7 of those video files are now trash in a bag, unrepairable. So I'm like, okay, apparently all those videos were practice, and it's late now at that point. So I'm like, forget it. I'm going to chill, plan again, do it again the next day. So I over-indexed. I did like 8 instead of 7 and got some other stuff done. And so I'm like, cool. So now I'm like, I don't know, man. It's just like a heavy, like the clarity is there for the year. The clarity is there for content, for the business. I'm just really, really excited for where things are going and some new gear that'll be coming to the office in a theater near you. A7 IV, while we own it, Doc, the A7 IV, Sony A7 IV came out. And we haven't really talk about it like that. And then DJI had some mics that came out that we haven't really talked about it. And then Rode slipped in this week. I don't know if you saw this, but Rode slipped in with a few more updates this week, which I think is pretty cool. They came out with a new lapel mic, which I think is kind of interesting.
Yes, they did. Actually, let me pull up this Sony thing. I wanted to show you guys something real quick that has nothing to do with the cost of tea in China, but it got me a little bit excited. All right, so first, we're going to talk about this A7 IV real quick. Let me bring this up here. But before we get into that, let me move this up here to the top real quick. I was in Amazon the other day, and I was doing some shopping. So I got 2 things in my cart that I'm stuck on. So I like to get a vote from the community.
They're going to tell you to buy it.
This one right here or this one right here. It's a little darker, right? That's a little lighter. This is a little darker. I think the darker one too. But yo, I was out here and I was like, yo, this super clean purple XLR cables for the system. And I was in here because I was searching to find an orange one to send to Katie. And so while I was in there trying, because her and Jill was on the stream yesterday, and I seen this, and I was like, oh, okay. So anyway.
So I think the darker one will look better on camera and like across any kind of setup that you would put it in versus the pink one looking like a piece of Laffy Taffy candy or something like that. And it just kind of not. That's the only thing. Like if, I don't know, if it was a more, I don't know, playful-esque kind of a setup or environment, then maybe the lighter purple one, but I would say the darker purple one just because it seemed to like fit the vibe a little bit better. And is it more cable on the purple one, or did they just show it differently? I just showed differently. Like they're gonna both be. I'm ordering 15 footers for both, but look, Kills, just so you know, I didn't leave you out. They got like, look. And then that's pink, but then in this one, the dark red looks better too. You know what I'm saying? I think
and
so.
So I'm thinking about, the reason why I was thinking about this brand, because I'll get a red one and a purple one, because I have, I can see the 2 different mics if I'm doing something out in the field and I need to take them. But this is a gorgeous color. And hopefully the internals is good, but they got blue, they got green. I should just send a green one to Michelle.
As long as it's not those, it don't look like those super thin, unshielded looking, you know what I'm saying, like those really.
Yeah,
like,
this shielding looks good.
But no shade, but really some shade to like when you get the Audio Technica mics that come with the XLR cable. Those are kind of trash in the bag cables.
Yes,
so like
exactly.
those, it doesn't look like those. Like for me, my thing has been black and the accessories that are black with either red kind of highlights or black with orange, that burnt orange highlight. So for me, of course, like the XLR I use is just like black with the gold ended or gold plated looking kind of connectors. I don't know, just black on black works for me. That's just my thing. Especially when it comes to stuff or whatever, black on black, or it's got to be black with a dark red or black with a burnt orange.
Black on black. Hell, y'all. Here we go again. Turn it up. All right, hold on. Let me do it. Bring the noise.
Well, Keely's saying the darker won't show up on camera. So here's the thing. It depends on the setup and your lighting. And you also have to think your XLR cable is just going to peek through in most of the stuff. And for where you are and where the mics are, you'll still be well lit. Like there'll be some residual lighting hitting it. So that's like what I'm talking about, just like that peek out look, not where it's one of those that you see the whole cable visible. Because all of us now mostly have those Elgato LP arms. So you're only seeing a sneak peek of the cable. And for that one to get that soft light reflection off of it, I just think some of these will look a little bit better. It won't be distracting. It'll be like an accent, but it won't be distracting. And I think that's for some people, the goal. It depends.
Ladies and gentlemen, Aiden's daddy.
Oh, shucky ducky quack quack. Just look at him. It's like, hello, my name is Luis Vega. In my home, I'm very calm. When I am out and about, I am Puerto Rican. Like
How did he get to be Nigerian?
I don't know.
I like to
like
talk to
it's
her.
It's the way
I like
it's
to
the
talk
way
to
he
her.
I want to talk to her. I want to talk to her. Her right there.
Oh, yo, what's up, Todd? What's up, Todd? Oh my God, Todd just popped in.
It's just the way his. So look, Luis do those inflections in his voice when he's talking a little bit. It's just like, yes, my name is Luis Vega. It's like it's very calm and rhythmic, and then I don't know. I just fell off into Jermaine. When do you talk to her? When you talk to her?
a Greg, good point. I like the blacked out connectors too. Okay, I think I'm in.
Yeah.
There. Okay, so yeah, let's talk about what we're supposed to be talking about.
Let's let Luis say hi. Luis, say hello to the people. How are you, brother?
Never mind, Luis. Where the hell is Aiden?
Happy holidays. How is everybody doing?
Good to see you.
I'm glad to be here and just want to say I'm also extremely thankful for all the events that happened this last year to the calendar date. And yeah, People of Video was absolutely awesome. I'm still trying to work on that sound effect. So give me a second.
The mess. Luis, I was about to say, it don't sound like you was talking through your mic. It sounded like you was coming through something else.
Yeah, let me see.
Scratch the mic.
He ain't listening to you, boss.
I know he does.
Boss, he say he tired.
He tired. What he mean?
Oh, real quick in the chat. Has nothing to do with nothing, but what's your favorite movie to watch around this time of the year?
Oh,
in the chat.
okay.
No Christmas, no generic Christmas movies, not none of that. No Christmas movies, but like just a movie that you watch usually around the holidays. No Christmas specific movies like whatever Day on Christmas Street or whatever the heck that movie's called. Like it's got to be
Nightmare on Elm Street.
yeah. Or the magic of whatever, something or whatever on the street. That one. None of those specific, like, you know what I'm saying? But like a favorite holiday-esque kind of a movie that you watch around this time of year. All right, Luis, let's test your mic.
Oh, he just
And we
muted
can't hear you
himself
at all.
all the way through.
Testing.
Go like this.
Scratch the mic.
Okay, that's right. Just give it a little
It is.
bit
So
more.
is it?
It's good. Just give it a little bit more volume. We don't care that Aiden down there playing piano. As long as he don't play nothing that'll get us a YouTube strike, we square.
No copyrighted music. But how is
Yeah.
that now?
You're right.
Yeah, it's better.
Yeah.
That's better.
Okay. Good to go. All right.
I'm with Todd. Planes, Trains, and Automobile. That was exactly my answer, bro. That's
Love that movie.
one of the best. And not even funny, but making fun of Miss D like seconds ago is Eddie Murphy trading places because it's stolen from a brother them say.
It's jerky time.
I am a D-boy, I come from Nigeria. Yo, that is one of my best. That is my best.
Oh,
Do you want to eat beef
Those are
jerky?
classics.
Beef jerky time.
But still, always that line that those aren't pillows.
Oh my God. Yes. Okay. That's a good question, Ms. D. That's just absolutely a fantastic question. Holy crap. Okay, let's talk about this dang A7 because I'm gonna start tearing up over here. And just from laughing.
Right.
So I have put in my specialty order, just so anybody knows. And for me, what it was, the real deal Holyfield is I am a hybrid shooter, right? So I look forward to, actually, this is the wrong dang one. I look forward to just the idea of the 33 megapixely sensor and still having that, that video side that's just crispy. Why does every new ad campaign got to have a fake Drake? Sorry, that was mean.
They said, "Look, we gonna thirst trap in these ads. We know, and we got to look." They said they came out with the Sony Alpha female. They know what they doing. Okay, it's thirst trapping.
That's super funny.
I'd say for the A7 IV, that's 7K. It used to be all the Sony cameras would do the 6K, and that's downsampled and squeezed into the 4K. But it's 7K now going into the 4K, so it's that much nicer. But for me, for real, that I'm really liking is the depth of field map that they have. Like, you already have some different variations or something similar across like other brands or whatever, but the way that they did it with the coloration of it, I like that particular style of it.
Oh yes,
I like that the body is like, and that was the biggest thing for me. And I've been calling it for a while. I'm like, when the A7 IV drops, if it has a fully articulating screen, of course it should have the new menu system. And I want it to be more of a touch enabled screen instead of just for the at least for the menu. I get like not like how Canon has it where you can drag and drop the aperture and stuff like that. For me personally, I've grown out of that simply because like you have usually your camera in your hand or you're doing something. So having the buttons to do it is fine. But at least to be able to, when you see something on the screen, to touch it and, navigate that. And that's cool. So those were my biggest things that I would want. Obviously, like a microphone, headphone port, of course. And this is like future Sony stuff. I don't know how the preamps sound on that one, but traditionally the preamps for the headphone port has been super noisy. I would like to see that improved. Like, that is one of those little micro things that shouldn't be, any big fanfare around, but I do think the headphone port, just to be able to be a better judge of that in-field audio when you're listening with the headphones, really does need to be improved. So I'm curious, this is my personal thing, I'm curious of how that is. And I know since the A7S Mark III, they've been doing a much better job with their IBIS situation. So I'm personally curious, with it in my hand, how it would perform for the IBIS and different stuff that I would use it for. It just seems to be that much better. I hope that it gets to, Olympus status type stabilization one of these days, but I think I'm very pleased with where it's at right now. It's like more usable than it has been in the past.
No, and it's funny, they did improve the preamps for the headphones and stuff, because that is something that everybody would complain about, because there's things that you wouldn't hear in your headphones because headphones have a little bit higher impedance or whatever, and then you get back to the studio and all you can hear, and you're like, what the? You over there got to fix all this stuff. Not that it will be set up in the studio for a second just for the Sammys of the world so they can see it, but it won't live in the studio. But I do love the fact that it has that built-in USB live streaming kind of action. You know what I'm saying? And it
makes
comes
it a
with
lot easier to live stream from the bathroom.
It does in 4K.
4K with the 13th power. No, actually, that 13 is a footnote. Somebody was reading it like, Sony has 4K camera to the 13th power. Oh my God, that's probably like
for real say that.
No, I'm just getting. You know how people are.
Listen, we got 4K to the. Forget y'all rest of the brands. We got 4K to the 13th power. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like Sammy's over here laughing at me saying for the Sammys of the world, because you're an inquisitive dude, which I would never take away from you. The best thing that anyone could ever have is an undying curiosity, and so your curiosity is definitely a huge part of your personality, and it's a part of your personality which you should always celebrate. So that wasn't a shade when I say for the Sammys of the world. That was a legitimate statement.
I would, for me, I would say the 4K with that through the USB, they have also the USB
regular
micro
4K
port,
or 4K
and then
to
they
the
have
13.
the USB. 4K to the 13th power. You know, it's like so they have the USB-C port on there as well as the USB micro port on there. And so they were saying like you're getting a lower quality resolution if you needed to use that USB micro port. But I think it's just cool that they have both, because it absolutely happens when you are planning to do something, you travel. Hell, we experienced it when we went to New York, where you think you have a cable or you thought that you packed it and you don't, and you have something else. So at least if you was literally in a pinch and you had to like just start the stream and you didn't have a USB-C cable or the one that you thought, or maybe you're using it for something else, at least you could get by still with what has already been in there, which is the like 720p or whatever. But
Right.
you complement that with like those new Sony Xperia phones and you off to the races. You are off to the races.
Like the people that's driving through Luis neighborhood right now.
Oh, that's me.
Oh, you got St. Louis
Yeah,
street
they-
racers?
Yeah, they definitely.
I
they
thought it was
definitely
Miami in
tear
a
it up.
stolen car. My bad.
Nope.
It's all right. I get blamed for everything.
I was trying to see if in here they had a picture of the side ports. I'm sure they do somewhere in the stills, but
B&H
yeah.
does. The B&H link.
All right, let me click that.
I tell you, the biggest thing for me, and what I think is going to trickle up to their higher priced cameras, is that focus compensation, that breathing compensation.
Okay.
yes.
Yep.
Because it's going to take all of their G series lines and effectively make them cinema grade lenses, which was the only thing that people would actually like say about the G Master series. So you compare a G Master series that's going to give you cinema type quality image to a cinema lens itself, that is going to save people so much.
I agree. It's just one of those things where it's not maybe something that you always would care about, but on those shots or that specific project where you do kind of want to get it as flawless as possible, and those little quirks that used to bother you, you now have, some option and solution to deal with that, you can, then I think that like that's gold, because sometimes you don't want it to move, or you're like, man, this shot is perfect, but I just wish that it wouldn't do that. It wouldn't do the focus breathing. So for those that don't know, focus breathing on a camera, on a mirrorless camera, is when somebody is zooming from one focal plane to another, or one object to something, like let's say something close versus something further away. It's like you, as you're zooming in or what have you, the lens is having element
as
is
it's
having
focusing.
some small, as it's focusing, it's starting to kind of get a little bit of that squeeze in, squeeze out kind of a deal. It's very subtle, but at the same time, you kind of notice it, and maybe you've gotten used to seeing it, but it's just nice to kind of have those subtleties addressed. And that was something I wouldn't expect them to do, but because you don't even think about it. You just figure, I get a cinema lens. But now you don't have to worry about it. It's good to go.
Very true. And well, the other thing, depending on how you're filming or what you're recording with, the the focus breathing causes the motors to show up in your sound.
Yep.
And so that's another thing that's like super irritating, is to have that happen. So yeah, super. That's a good point, Luis. Focus breathing is kind of a big deal. I am so.
Yeah, well,
I'm so
the
on this
reason why I
piece
bring
thing.
it up. Well, the reason why I bring it up is because if anyone's actually looked at the prices of cinema lenses, then they wouldn't even complain about G Master.
Yeah, it's one of those, you don't have kit lens. You got kit lens money, but you complaining about the price of cinema lenses or whatever. It's like you got, have a project that funds it or something. And I know some people, and it's like, I think that's kind of like the market that they're being more attractive to when they're making these kinds of announcements, is the fact that you're close with your work, you're close with your projects, and you trying to land that. But if you just had X, Y, and Z, a couple more things, then you'd be good to go.
I just heard the Puerto Rican Power Ranger call. Like, who got to go?
That was me.
I still hear it as the Kim Possible. I still hear it as the Kim Possible sound. It got me bad.
That is so funny. Doot, 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 doot.
I get that reaction everywhere, but it's my message ringtone.
Oh, that's funny. These deep dives into tech are my favorite parts. I always feel a little smarter. Thank you. I appreciate that because this is what we do it for. Again, we want to be in the education space just so that it isn't indoctrination. It's like, no, you don't have to do exactly what we say do, but at least when you go to make a decision, you have all the information necessary or a lot more information necessary. It's kind of hard to get it all, that you can make a choice that's going to be effective to help you move to the next level, right? And that's why it's somewhat dismissive for people to be like, oh, I bought so-and-so because you told me to. Nah, that wasn't my point. My point was, you know, I'm sure Dinah's the same way. My point was to give you enough information to make an executive decision. The reason why you want to blame it on me is so that if you don't do the work after, you can blame it on me, which is cool. I don't care if you blame me because I don't give a fuck. But you got to know that when you're making these choices for your business, and that's what this is a business, right? Even for those of y'all that want to say hobby so you can be let off the hook, okay, it's still a business, right? Because if you do it at a proper clip, you'll get a couple coffees, or you'll get a ad rev or some affiliate income in some place. Okay, you business. Sorry, deal with it, right? The minute you get that dollar, it's a business. So if you want to be able to blame somebody else for you not properly planning, well, that's on you.
Well,
so
my thing
I
is
appreciate
this,
that.
like, this is where it comes into that conversation around like when the features matter and when they don't. Because I made this mistake like everybody else when you're brand new to learning cameras, getting into video and stuff like that, especially content creation. So when you are choosing something, you'll say, I don't need that. All I need is X, Y, and Z to really justify a cheaper price, which we're all adults. Nobody is haggling you over the price of something or if you can afford it or not. In that, you know what I'm saying? Like in that way, it's not like your kids. So it's like you'll justify and say, well, I only need X, Y, and Z that fits into usually that sub $1,000 price point or maybe $500 price point. That's fine. But the thing also when you're buying gear now is understand like so many things have changed from now versus 5-6 years ago when we were buying stuff. You know what I'm saying? What was on the market then? What's on the market now is stuff that's good enough that can not only handle your needs for today, but as you grow and the things that you aren't thinking are possible for you right now that will become available to you in the next 1, 2, or 3 years, and you're still having that camera, you will not immediately run into a ceiling when it comes to that. So sometimes when you get those recommendations from us or others similar to us, and they're telling you to get something that's more than what you think that you need, it's because we know you can't see further down the road, but pretty sure you're going to want to start making this kind of a content because it's going to start becoming more demanding and more important to the market and the industry and the niche that you're in, or just in general, right? Most people weren't thinking nothing about nothing when it came to live streaming, but most of us kind of had the 1080p cam links or whatever. We were getting cameras that already had the ability to stream for long periods of time. I had my AC adapter for my Panasonic G85. That was a defining factor in that purchase. It had 4K. I could play around a little bit more with some of the profiles. I could, now live stream as well. So I had, that's when I got the Camlink and started. I had been live streaming way back when. But, if you're not thinking, nobody would have probably anticipated what happened in 2020 enough for live streaming to become as important as it is now. But when you buy something that's not just for right now, but also some of those future goals that you're thinking, or you think it may become important, that way you don't have to switch cameras in a year or so. You know what I'm saying? So just move the budget a little bit higher, and that way it'll last you way longer.
Holla back. This next segment of the stream will be sponsored by Aidendemic Sound. I don't know if you guys heard that. That little flourish.
That
in
was
the
good.
back. But it was on point. Diana said something good, and he was like, da, 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 I got you, auntie. I got you.
Got you.
All right, speaking of sound, yo, I haven't had a chance to fully dive into these, but they look dope. I got to give them that. I've been too busy staring at the freaking the new gimbal from Zhiyun, but Miss D starting some smack out here with these damn gimbals.
I know, man. I can't get it. That's another thing. I can't. We'll add the M3 in the mix, but the DJI. So I think what's interesting about these, like somebody just now made a case for the Rode Wireless Go 2s, which I think is smart. The case is like
Jared
$50.
picked it up. Yeah,
it's like $50. I'm still waiting on mine, so it's like $50. But the thing is, it's like they not only took some of the stuff that's been talked about, because when the Rode Wireless Go 1s came out, everybody was on their heels to try to catch up, and then Rode moved the goalpost again with the Rode Wireless Go 2s. They took them a little minute, but they moved the goalpost again. Well, in that time, we've had a lot of brands, Comica, Movo, all these other kind of random brands, whatever, make one. But DJI did something a little bit different because they have some accessories that are like from, was it the Osmo Pocket? The Osmo Pocket, where it's like you can have a little slider thing and it connects to your phone and all of that. They added that to these. So that, like, they have some stuff that other people don't in a very unique way. And I think that's an interesting marketing move for them. I wouldn't have expected this.
Okay, for everybody except Keely, here's the one that just blows this out the water. Okay, maybe Dina, she still remembers too. The DJI says that you have a range of 150 feet. 250 meters is 820 and a quarter feet. Like, good Lord. Holy crap.
But is it truly, though? You
I
know
don't,
what I'm saying?
okay,
Like, is
so,
it a marketing
hey,
number or is it legit?
Even if it's a marketing number, okay, and we take the 820.21 and say, y'all full of crap, cut it in half, that's still 410 foots as opposed to 150. No, they're not going to say 250 and only give you a quarter of what it can actually do. They will say 250 under the best conditions, which means under the worst conditions, it's half. So that's you know what I'm saying? Right? Even if they were straight Republican, like, it's still at least half of that, which is 410 foots.
Well, the Rode Wireless Go 2s are saying that it's 200 meters, but they specify line of sight. So I would imagine, since it's on this also is on that 2.4 gigahertz band,
right. It's
which for those that aren't familiar,
yeah,
it's like for those that aren't familiar, it's still like it has to see it. Or whatever, or it can't be super obstructed. And so I know you got a chance to use yours. I am very pleased with the week in New York testing it for mine. And it also answers some other questions, which I'd love to test these DJI ones, where I was curious, like, if you have multiple of these around a bunch of people in a conference like setup where it's a bunch of phones, everybody has all kinds of other stuff, including the AV team, and you have your stuff going at the same time somebody else has theirs on, is this really going to be some kind of a friction or issue with everybody operating so many different things on a 2.4 gigahertz band? And the answer turned out to be no when it came to the Rode Wireless Go 2s. The AV people had me hooked up to a secondary audio source, so they were using the Rode Wireless Go 2s. We had also had the handheld mic system that was probably on the UHF or ultra high frequency band. So when you see those like 535 whatever numbers people on this audio equipment, that's that UHF signal. And then I had my set of Rode Wireless Go's, so I was recording and capturing my talk on mine. So I literally had two of them, two different, not synced up together ones on me in like a back pocket or whatever, two lapels out right here, and it didn't have any issues. So I'm curious if these DJI ones will operate the same way or not.
You know what's funny is just a small little detail of their design is just gorgeous, right? They make it a little bit smaller, because the one thing about the Rode ones, which is dope, but it's just, you always see that little like pull on the shirt.
Yeah, let me grab mine. It's literally
right. Yeah, mine is upstairs because I was using it as an audio interface.
Oh wait, what did I do with it?
It just got that little bitty like extra something I pull on the shirt, and it's like, nah, come on, son, y'all was doing good out here in these here streets, and then you made the pack that's a little hefty You know what I'm saying? And then so
Yeah.
with that little hefty pack, it just changes a few things. So
Well, I mean, the thing is though, like, it's one company called Pico Mic, and they came
oh,
out right
they
after the
dope.
Rode Wireless Go. They are like pencil thin,
Yeah.
and those I would love to see a version like if they did like a version 2 of like the Rode Wireless Go 2s where it's not like this, you got all this branding. So the day you clip it on your shirt, it's either most people either have it where
No, I'm
it's
laughing
facing
because
the
of
thing.
Tom. Tom had to spend like a day and a half erasing the gigantic road off of his PSA one.
Exactly. Like is the branding is just like so like in your face. So it's like you see me and otherwise like it's dark enough. It should be black enough to kind of fit in, or you'd have to turn it around and now you have this big old thing stuck on your shirt. And it just like even now you gotta have the road logo there. It's like y'all can chill on the branding. Like everybody knows it's you. Like you know what I'm saying? Like everybody knows that it's you. I'm gonna put probably some black gaffer's tape on the clip or something just to cover that up. And it's like, but it's like, come on now, y'all can chill out. But I love DJI did a touchscreen on theirs.
Yes, yes. So this is the advantage of not running, but walking down there nicely and checking out what anybody else has done, because they can make they can make modern changes that the other company didn't have a chance to make because the other company was trying to be first to market. And then so what's funny about this is an Apple move. Everyone's always like, why Apple didn't put this in? Because Apple will let everybody else just take their idea and then they'll announce it. And then Samsung be like, oh, we're going to beat them to the table. So they'll hurry up and rush it and slap it into the phone and then introduce a phone in August. And then Apple was like, y'all did it wrong. And they'll reintroduce it in September, fixed. And just like, there you go. That's what we was talking about. Y'all tried to steal our idea. And so now I swear Apple baits Samsung to put in some crap in the phone and it never works straight, and then they fix it. So that's why it's funny. So I think, yeah, you're right. Like, oh, wait, I wasn't supposed to be on that one yet. Where the heck's DJI? I'm over
Yeah,
here
and it's like a touch. It's
all
a
up in the
touch
future.
screen. They have a headphone port, which I was asking for on the first models because not everybody is going to use a higher tier camera that has a headphone port. Thankfully, the ZVE10 takes away that complaint for Sony users. But if let's say you're a Canon user, you're using the Canon M50 Mark II, you're using the Canon M6 Mark II. These cameras do not have a headphone port on it. I take that back. I don't remember the M6 Mark II having one. I don't think that it does, but most of the Canon cameras don't have a headphone port until you get over that $1,000 mark, and then at that point you'll have one. But if memory serves, I don't think the Canon M6 Mark II has one. Let me check real quick. 'Cause I don't think so. But let's see. But the headphone port on this DJI
It
wireless
just over
kit
here
is
Sony
good.
flexing real quick because Sony be putting a headphone port on their joint. Let me go ahead and draw a little.
Yep, it don't
icon
have
real
one.
Quick.
That's one of the reasons why I like Sony is because they actually like if they have an innovative part to their cameras, they're gonna put it in their latest offering. So you always getting the latest type of technology. That's why the A7 IV has this new focus breathing and the others don't, because they're always pushing the envelope.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
this one is dope too. The magnet joints, so that you can magnet it onto something. It's pretty cool. I just think that it being slightly slimmer, it just adds a certain je ne sais quoi to it. You know what I mean? So yeah,
Yeah.
DJI, I hate you because I kind of for real don't need to go out and spend $350 on these because my Rode Wireless Go 2s are the bee's knees Hall of Fame. But they're like, all right, well, these are the Sticky Cricket Hall of Fame, then dummy. Just get these two then. And I'm like, man, I'm tired.
Yeah,
Hey, what we
I
say?
just can
You know when
see-
you ain't got nothing to say in the hood and you be just like, man, forget you.
Man, whatever.
Why you bringing
I
up
think it's
old?
dope.
Yeah, why you bringing up old stuff? Yes. Oh, that is so true. Why are you bringing up old stuff?
I think though, like, so I'm curious with these because it is kind of one of those things like, it's like, do I need another one? It's like, no. And at this point, it wouldn't be a need kind of a thing. Like, I'm way out of need buying at this point. It literally is just like what I'm going to teach from. And
Yep.
for this kind of a setup, if somebody's asking, should you get the Rode Wireless Go 2s or should you get these? I think this conversation transitions into the software comparison between the two, because it's not just
That's
a
going to make the
hardware kind of a
difference,
deal.
yes.
It is a software game, and Rode and DJI are well known for doing software updates regularly, and good ones, like really good ones. I think that's where the competition is. That's what I'm looking to see what's going to happen over these next 12 months.
You know what's crazy? I am super curious because like right now, Rode got, if it's on software, not having had a chance to mess with these, Rode has a very good, like, flex in the software corner. You know what I'm saying? Rode be like,
You haven't tried the DJI ones, or you haven't tried the Rode software
no, I haven't
ones?
tried the DJI. The Rode software, I did a whole
Okay.
stream on it because it's just dope,
Okay.
right? I like what
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
doing.
yeah.
So they could be like, all right, yeah, he got them, whatever. Like he live over there or whatever, but I got the nice whip. And so Rode can just sit back with a Cadillac, nice seats, got a little air freshener hanging from the thing and just chill. They just wait. Come on, DJI, bring what you got. So DJI is going to have to come correct the software because right now the Rode software is dope. You can use it as an audio interface. You can, you can record into it. You can record into these, but with the Rode, the software allows you to build a network, a stream that goes out, have a loopback type aggregation built in, as well as some other cool stuff with compression, EQ, noise gate, all of the above. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Speaking
I'm
about
kinda
way
team
too much
Rode.
branding. Hey, Michelle. I'm joking.
Wow.
I'm cloudy because we
Wow.
was talking about Rode's over branding, and then Michelle popped up out the bathroom. Oh, she's at home.
Wow.
Oh, she ain't even at
Yeah,
the
she's
bathroom.
at home.
Proudly from home.
Hey,
Okay, not
you know
hiding
how
out in the
you have,
bathroom.
Hi,
like-
Michelle.
You have like a habit from something. Okay, all right. Let me explain this in situation. My mom
Because
used
I
to
was about to
slap.
say, Doc, that sounds super vague,
Yeah, let
and
me
you
fix
don't
it.
know where this gonna go.
So my mom used to slap the shit out of me in the back of the head, always for doing something bad. So I could be at the store, and then the person in line go like this to get a tissue, and I just do one of those real quick because I see the hand move, and it's instantaneous to just try to get out the way. So Michelle is at home in the bathroom watching the streams because it's a habit from work. She hiding in the bathroom at home because it's just where you do it at.
That's where she feels
Yeah.
the most comfortable. I
Yeah.
get it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I
that's
wish
so
I
funny.
had. I haven't been able to find, and I know some people are covering this mic really well, but I do want to get like more details on the software. You know what I'm saying? Like for the DJI side of it, and really what it looks like now, and like what are the plans for it? Because they are, again, a brand that listens to their people. So like that's my biggest thing is like, what are you going to do software wise? Because that makes all the difference. Rode recently released, and it literally came back the week like we got back from New York, where you could now control the Rode Wireless Go 2s with your smartphone. Like you can connect it up to
yep.
your phone through the app or whatever. And I get that they added like they also released some kind of an adapter or whatever for your phone thing or whatever, which I think is basically so you don't go buy a random brand stuff like we already have from Amazon. They released that AI thing or something or another.
yeah, right
I
here.
don't know. Yeah. AI
Compact
micro.
audio interface.
Yeah.
So this is like the old joint that we was talking about for Clubhouse back in the day. Remember the
Yeah.
SC something? It was like
SC6.
SC6, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, this is kind of dope though.
But
I would-
now I'm asking, is this integrated with software or is it literally just a hardware connection like the SC6?
I think the advantage of this is you can use any software that you want because, the one thing that you don't want to have, like some other brands, they want you to use their recorders. You can't
Yes.
use other recorders, but Rode
Yeah.
ain't going to be like that. That's just not in their Kuliana. Right?
I
Like,
would've
she
liked-
is showing the Rode Recorder app in this particular screenshot, but knowing them, that just might be for their over obsessive branding. But I'm pretty sure it'll work in round about anything.
I was hoping it was something like it would give you access to like their proprietary software to do kind of like a mixing of like a Rodecaster Pro
Yeah, they got that.
just using anything. That's
Yeah,
what I'm
they
saying.
got
So
that.
will this allow you to implement and EQ it using that software?
Yeah, if you use their software, you're going to be able to do microphone gain, headphone monitor, high pass filter, that's EQing, and some more. If you're using their software, but it's not like you're going to set that and then go into GarageBand and retain those settings. You see what I mean? If you want that, you have to
Okay.
use Road Reporter app more than likely
Well, the
because of
way that I was
iOS.
thinking, well, I was thinking more for like a laptop. Like, say you were gonna use it for a live stream, like the
Yeah,
bathroom live
it
stream,
uses
right?
Road Central, so you automatic. That uses the exact
Okay, so
same
that
Road
would,
Central as the wireless or as the microphone back there on the table, the NT
yeah, that's
USB
cool.
Mini. It's actually upstairs. But yeah, so that's one thing that's dope is because it uses the Road Central. That means, and not smart of them, they got one app that runs all of the things that can plug into the computer from them. So you're not like, oh, this app this way, this app the next way. That gets old. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. That seems good.
It's gravy. So yeah, you can get Road Central desktop and you can get Road Central mobile. So yeah, it's pretty fun. I mean, I'm telling you, man, that's the one thing DJ. Oh, thanks, Rich. I'm calling Rich names, all kind of names from my living room. I'd be like, yeah, Rich, man, take that, sucker. Man, if we lose, I'm gonna be mad because then I gotta listen to Rich for like the next couple months.
Hilarious.
Worse than that is my Emma's dad is also a Cowboys fan, so I got to go to Thanksgiving dinner and listen to this crap. So we better win. I'm gonna tell you right now, Derek Carr, I'm gonna beat your ass if you lose this game.
You know who also came out with a little mic that we hadn't talked about was Deity. Deity came out with a
Yes, they
little
did.
wireless mic setup that, and I don't think Deity gets maybe as much play as they. I don't know if that proper word would be could or should in that regard, simply because it's like you either got to pull people out the road camp, you got to pull them out of the whatever random brands on Amazon camp, because they just always cheaper is better for them, and then you're trying to pull them away from super pro fields and stuff. And Road has such a dig, you know what I'm saying, into this space. I feel like Deity is good, but they're not getting the play like that for real. Because I haven't heard like it came out with it. I think they sent it to a few creators on YouTube, but even like their other stuff, their other wireless stuff, I'll look at it and it's like, well, if I'm going to get that or if I'm going to spend that money, I'd probably go that extra stretch and get the maybe more super pro stuff. I don't know if that's the wrong thought process for their things, but I just feel like if that's the case, I'm going to go get something Sony based or Sennheiser based. That's usually where I'm going for, or even like Audio Technica if they have a set of something.
That's what's so funny. Like up until recently, I was only Sony and Sennheiser based for the mics or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I gotta say, I am pretty impressed by the stuff that Deity makes. My lab is a Deity. My S Mic 2S is up there on the shelf. Like,
But he used the Rode one that people of video. That's all I'm saying, because that mug was hella big. This is Doc.
She be
Okay,
making-
this is my
you know-
problem. This was the Deity thing. It was this big on it. No, better yet, it was this. This was Doc talking about something. No, it's cool because I just hide it in my beard. I just hide it in. I'm like, Doc, you finna go up there and you gonna talk with this sitting on your, no, because it's cool. I'm Doc Rock. I don't know. Okay, gang. And I'm like, no. You look. And what do you wind up using? What do you wind up
mic
using? What
is
you
the-
wind up using? What you wind up using though, Doc? What you wind up using though?
No,
What you
listen,
wind
I'm
up
just-
using? No,
listen, damn it. The Deity lavalier is just a 5-meter cable. It's the same size mic as the Rode lavalier, but that cable is long AF. The main reason why I used it was that, and the other one, you already had it set up. So the idea of changing to a different mic meant adjusting different levels, and it was already set. So I was just like, shut up. Forget you then. Why you bringing up old stuff?
we right now stuff.
You guys are clowns. Who invited y'all to the stream? I was would just show Michelle these green cables, and I sent it to her. So now that's all I did my job for today. So, oh, you guys is crazy. Yeah,
Yeah, I think I do
I'm
wanna
really
get off
checking
into-
this stuff out here. Go ahead.
I think I do want to get off in testing some of the Deity stuff. I think I just think they need more people to try and like for real use their stuff. I really, really like the brand. I like their vibe and like them being like really creator focused. They make updates based on creators and stuff like that too. And this new little wireless kit that they have also connects to all of their other different ones. So if you have a stick microphone that has that XLR port on it. So something like even a Samsung Q2U, you can connect that. Now it's a wireless mic. You can also connect that to the little mini mics that they got. You can connect that to their main system. So they also are thinking about like that overall. I don't know how well they are into software or whatever, but they're thinking about that universality, if you will, between their devices. So you can use one, you can use them all.
Yeah, this is dope. I actually have a Sony transmitter like this, but this is actually cool because this allows you to just stick onto any XLR microphone and then real deal Holyfield send it back to your wireless box and get it up. The Sony version of this doesn't have all of the controls and stuff on the front, so you got to kind of like know what you're doing. But I really, really like this because it's more than just a little XLR type situation. You know what I mean?
It's wireless and it can record. And if I recall correctly, it has like a not just onboard media, but you can add externally some stuff. I think I'm gonna pick up and probably add to my kit some of their more traditional stuff when I start getting into that UHF setup, just because it makes sense. Like I like everything can work with everything, and they are updating stuff. Like they're good. I think like when I go that route to get that UHF equipment, I probably am gonna give Deity a shot first.
So here's what's dope about this. I actually have a old school champagne lollipop. And you guys remember this from just watching, reporters do their stuff. Or you watch Wild World Sports. Like, they always had the long champagne colored lollipop mic. And my lollipop, it just has a small little round ball at the top. Long kind of like champagne color stick. You plug this into the bottom because of USB, right? The power will cover Phantom if needed. But look, you got your little memory card right in there. And then you're good to go, right? Now, you charge it from this little piece right here. But here's what is dope and what I mean by the XLR thing. It's kind of hard to tell in this picture, but this little silver piece right here, right there, is actually a hole to plug in a 3.5-inch mic. So if you got this, but then you need to hook a lapel up to it. You could hook a lapel up if you needed to. Gotcha. I don't think you can run them both in mixed channels or anything yet, but the fact that it's there means that you're versatile AF. Like you can be whatever you need to be when you need to be it. So this is why it's kind of dope to have one of these in your kit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it says it right there.
They're doing a lot of good things. Like they always are considering like the 32-bit float, make sure it has uber long battery life. Like they're going. The only thing I don't like, this is the only thing I don't like, it still has that traditional, ugly looking microphones, never been updated audio interface. And I get it because it's more industry standard-esque and standard across anything, but I hate the way that looks. It just looks hella old and dusty.
Those dust marks is there to provide a little bit of grip. It looks like it's wet. Right, I don't know if you can tell from this. No, I'm saying
like the user interface. Like
no, I know what you meant.
Screen, but
well, I know what you meant. I just wanted to show people that little marks on the side and stuff like that is really just there to provide a little bit of grip without making the whole thing that the old black
grippy,
MacBook. Yeah. They didn't want. You don't want to make the whole thing that because that eventually dies. So what they did was they just kind of molded it a little bit of texture into the metal so your hand won't slip. But it is kind of funny because you're right. This is just a combination of there's commercially available screens that you can pick up if you were building something yourself. So if you were building a Miss Dianatron or whatever, you can buy this. And so the reason why it looks like that level of dot matrix screen is commercially available. They don't have to go and try to reinvent the screen. But your point is 100% correct.
Zoom fits in that category too, because like the Zoom H6, I was using that this week. And I'm like, one of these days, y'all could update a screen or two.
And anything, every single Zoom device comes with a wax screen. And I'm like, bruh, you guys make dope stuff, but please come up with a nice screen someplace.
And the color is not even like blue. It's like calculator gray.
Yeah, exactly. Calculator gray.
Oh, exactly. I'm going to go into the Home Depot right now. Hey, yo, can I get a quart of calculator gray and eggshell? They're going to be like, what?
Calculator gray.
That is accurate. Funny, bro. It's accurate as hell. It's accurate as hell.
I got it right here. That's why I'm pulling it up.
Yeah,
take a look.
Exactly. Calculator gray. Still loads ugly.
Texas Instrument.
Yeah, Texas.
LCD.
Yeah. Okay. Scientific calculator stressing out about an algebra test. Calculator looking screen. That's exactly
we all
what it
had
is.
that joint. What is it called? Oh my God, there was that one HP.
It's like a TI.
Oh, I had the
Was
HP.
it Texas Instrument was the one that we had.
It was like TI 86 or something like that, or yeah, TI 86. That's exactly what it is.
Yep.
Graphing calculator. That's what we used to have. That one, and then it was like one that was a little bit less than that. You know,
Oh, no,
I'm not gonna lie. So
it was a TI. You're right. It wasn't an HP. The HP was my financial calculator.
fun fact about the TI 86: nobody else was reading the manual for these. I would go save my notes, whole written notes, like for other tests and stuff, and nobody would think anything about it because it's a calculator on the desk and you're in English class or something. They don't think you're gonna cheat with a calculator. And so
That's next level right there.
Or
That's dope
even
because
better,
nobody would
even
have known until you said it
Nobody.
right now.
and then we had iPods and iPod shuffles were becoming a thing by high school.
Oh, dude,
And so
I was good
I-
with putting the notes on my iPod.
So here's the thing. It was like some random something test that we didn't know nothing about. I didn't know nothing about. Maybe I don't know, paying attention or whatever. It was like the government studied something. And it was like, you got to take the test or you're not going to graduate. And I'm like, test for what? I don't even know what we're talking about. And so I was like, cool. My dad had bought me a Creative Zen Micro because I was anti-Apple because they didn't have other stuff that I wanted. The Creative Zen Micros did. Okay, well, this one has a voice recorder on there. And you connect one of these joints up to it, you can record your voice. Plus, it had a built-in mic. So I sat, recorded all of the notes in my voice, but I asked, can we listen to music? And they was like, well, what are you going to listen to? Like a CD player? I'm like, no, I got this little MP3 player or whatever. And it was like, oh, yeah, that's cool. The whole time I sat taking the test and I was just nodding my head like I was listening to music. And I was literally just listening to myself take notes. And I would rewind back to certain parts and all of that. I passed, though. And clearly, I graduated from high school.
Yo, it was super
Congratulations.
funny. Miss
Nerd on
Dito,
flex.
you're 100% right. So here's what I used to do. Put the iPod, and I would name the tracks the freaking formulas.
That's smart.
So
Super
all I had
smart.
my little list on a little screen right there, and the tracks was all the formulas. So I had to do when the teacher was walking around was scrub the wheel real quick, and it gets down to there's Nelly, Country Grammar, Jay-Z,
Yeah.
the Blueprint 2, blah blah. As soon as the
Yeah.
teacher walked back, scroll
Yeah.
it back up to the top. E equals MC squared. Yeah.
Okay.
So
See-
I had all of that. So and then in like the history test, I would name the tracks, the dates. And as a DJ, I'm like in iTunes on a 24-hour basis, right? So like, yo, the Edo period was after the Meiji Jidai, when the Meiji Restoration happened in 1941. And that joint's in English. Teacher can't read English, no way. And I'm like, yes, konnichiwa means good afternoon.
For real.
Boom. Just go in there, rename all them tracks and be the iPad right on the desk. I mean, the iPod on the desk, scroll wheel. And scroll wheel don't make no
telling you.
noise neither.
You know, it's like all you stop it, start it whenever. And it's like, you know your device, you know it in and out. But I'm telling you, that TI-86 got me through many a test. And it's like we would always have to do long form, so I would have every line in the equation ready to go. Just like, you're like, get out of here. I read the manual for the TI-86. Do you hear me?
Bruh, that's funny. That's funny.
That's
And,
baller. That's
and it's
awesome.
funny because I don't think people notice it, but if you look at it on the buttons there, you had the whole thing in there. You could do so much stuff with this thing. It was
Yeah.
crazy. You know that a lot of people didn't know this. That cord that it be with, right? It was designed that you can take one and plug the other one and program one with the other, so that if you came up with your formulas and you had them built in, right? Because on the HP financial calculator, what we used to use it for was when I was into selling cars and whatnot. You would put in your loan amortizations, whatever. So when people say, "Well, what my monthly payment going to be?" You can go, and it was just impressive looking little thing. But yeah, that's what that was for. That was so that you can kind of like program one with the next, so that
Nice.
for a company, everybody can have all of the same formulas in there.
That makes sense. That makes sense. I'm just saying, reading the manual will change your life.
Aiden is ninja and himself out the cage. Look, he done moved that thing out the way.
Exactly.
He's
He
like,
broke out.
Dad, you're not gonna put me in this
Right
joint.
now, it's not. It's to keep him away from all the semi-dangerous stuff over here, and I'm just making
okay,
sure
'cause-
it's a barrier.
Normally he'll be like,
Oh.
man, Dad, you ain't holding me up in
He's
here.
just climbing
fool."
it.
He's just, I'm out of here. Yo, all I know is we was in the telly and Aiden was in the playpen, right? And then we was
Yeah.
clowning, talking about how crappy the coffee was at the hotel. And next thing you know, Aiden is on the floor like, ha ha, y'all can't hold me. Prince Aiden playing like he was out. He done climbed all the way out that joint and scooted halfway across the floor and was looking at my shoes like, I'm gonna mess them Adidas up. I was like, yo, how the heck did he get out?
I seen that bag. He saw that jalapeno bag of Cheetos. He's like, you ain't offered me nothing.
Ain't
You ain't
nobody
asked
offered
me for
me
nothing.
Oh my goodness. We over here clowning the nasty hotel coffee and Aiden has escaped from
Gone.
Alcatraz. Like,
Gone.
yo.
Oh shoot, Principal Walker's still in the chat. We forgot all those shit. She
Oh.
said, now everyone knows what I have to deal with the principal. A bunch of little docs and Lady D.
Oh,
All
you
kinds
done
of
messed
creative
up the
shit.
whole new generation. She's gonna
Yo.
be looking at calculators. She's gonna be like, "What are you doing with the Texas instrument?"
Okay. It's like we don't use a TI-86 no more. It's like, nah, the old models is better. The old models is better. I know
Bro,
something.
I'm telling you right now, they lucky we ain't in school now because I be done had the little Pico
Come
mic.
on now. It's like
Dude,
this
Apple
right here.
Watch,
It's come on,
You don't
please.
even know. That
That was the biggest distraction back then. Everybody was saying, they would say no cell phones. Okay, I don't need a cell phone. Let me get this TI-86 in the building. I don't care. Be in history class, be in English class. It does not matter. Okay, it's like I got the equations that I need to get through what I need to get through. It's like, come on now.
This is so awesome. I love it.
Dude, this was seriously one of the greatest things that my grandpa ever bought me. And I used to take this joint to school all the time. You guys
I
remember
used
this?
to want one of those so bad.
Yo,
as a kid.
I had the
yeah.
old Casio joint. Actually, this one exactly right here. I had the old Casio
Mm-hmm.
joint calculator watch, and it was the business. It was the
Mm-hmm.
business. And I was like, yo, my grandpa got me this. My mom was so mad. She's like, why you buy that, boy? She's like, look, it's my money. You don't tell me nothing. Grandpa was like, yo, I love this joint. And this is actually the second revision. The OGs that came out, they were red like this. They had more of the red writing, right? But I had that new joint right there, bro. And I was seriously one of the best presents my grandpa ever gave me. I was so in love with that watch, bro. 53W1 Casio. Oh, here it is right there. 53W1 Casio.
Still for sale.
Yo, it is. Isn't that a trip? You can still buy one of them drinks. Yo,
Add that to the cart. It's like if you're looking for the best gifts for a creator, get them
the OG
vintage
calculator.
Casio.
And man, I'm over here checking my arm real quick because Miss D says on my Apple Watch I ain't had it. Yo, it's in my pocket. Matter
A
of
lot
fact,
of good it's doing there.
okay, y'all want to hear some sad noise right now? They
Is it
got
dead?
product red Apple joints in stock at Apple right now. And so I'm fitting to go. I'm not even going to wait, drop no hints for Karen. She can't be trusted. I'm fitting to go get it. Because I have been waiting for this to come in stock. And I checked yesterday and it said in stock at Royal Hawaiian and Ala Moana. That's the two stores, and Kahala. So I can go to any one of them. But I was over here just yesterday minding my business. And June
I knew you was going to say, I'm just over here minding my business. Okay.
And then,
Minding my
so
business.
so I showed you, Miss D, how I got the crack in my screen or whatever, right? The little
Yep.
line. And then
Yep.
so I was going to set up my appointment to get my thing fixed. And then June was in here, and then he said, yeah, I'm thinking about getting a watch too. And then I said, oh, it turns out that our local store got exactly what I want. I want the 45 millimeter with the cellular and then size 9 band. And then, bam, I hit it, and it was like, oh, in stock right there. Pick it up. Pick it up at Ala Moana. And I was like, word to Big Bird, I'm going. And then I was like, oh, Karen, I might leave early today because I had to go to Apple to take in my computer to get repaired. And he goes, oh, you just going to
Allegedly.
get your computer? I was like, June, shut the. I was slap you.
Just going.
He's
Only?
snitching.
Are you only?
He's straight snitching.
A true
And
brother.
I'm like,
Exactly.
bro, look, we still reeling from the funeral, player. Why you got to snitch too? And he was like, "Oh, you just going to Apple? You just going to go drop in a little, a little watch?" I'm like, "Shut up."
Come back with the new flex, because you're not finna not wear it though. That's the
No,
thing.
and then
She's
so the
going
first
to
thing,
see it.
she already know because he told. And
Oh,
she's
he
like,
really-
you don't need no new watch, And I hit it with my grandpa line. This my
Oh.
I do whatever I want. And she's like, okay, you don't need no new watch.
Then
though.
she roundhoused it. So here's fun fact. Karen actually can roundhouse kick, and June also can roundhouse kick. I said something like, "Karen, go ahead and just hit him one time with the round." All I saw was like a little foot come in the frame and quickly exit. It was one of them things like so fast you didn't see it. I'm like, listen, that's why Doc keep having these runs to the ER. Doc is not having. He ain't fail one time. He ain't slip in the shower. He ain't falling. Like Karen is knotting him up. That's all I'm saying. All you see
The
is
truth is coming out on the stream.
okay.
I'm like, yo,
Hey, which one of y'all kicked me?
one, one of the three
He
y'all
knows
hit me.
exactly.
Somebody did something.
hey,
Which one of y'all kicked me?
Luis, you stupid. Just you stupid. Why? Why,
Oh,
Luis?
man.
Why you gotta be like that, Luis?
Like bringing up old stuff.
Like, man,
Yo, yes. Oh my God.
That one
Man.
got me teary-eyed.
Yo. No, I can't. No, all I'm gonna have is that little image because somebody made a cartoon TikTok of that clip right there. Hey, which one of y'all kicked me? Oh, that's funny. Y'all silly.
That's another good movie.
Y'all silly in the mug. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna finna go watch some good movies this go around. If you guys haven't picked up on it yet, you must watch Red Notice. Red Notice is on Netflix. It's Gal Gadot, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, and Ryan Reynolds. And I'm sorry, Kevin. Dwayne and Ryan is way more funnier than Dwayne and Kevin.
yeah.
Ryan Reynolds is, oh my
Awesome.
goodness. He is so good. He is so good.
I knew he was
watched
dope.
Free
Like
Guy.
when he was in Blade, like
Oh.
you know what I'm saying. Like he was good, but when he got in Blade, I think it was like the third movie, which whatever one the last one is for that one, it was like he did a really good job. Then I'm like, yeah, this dude's solid.
Dude, man, I'm telling you, Free Guy is also super hilarious. Like, you can't get through. Okay, Free Guy is relatively long for this kind of movie, and you can't get through like 20 minutes of it, and your whole body is hurting from laughing. And the jokes are 100 miles an hour. So as soon as you hit one of those, it comes right back. You like on your way down from the laugh, you about to catch your breath, and then he come right back, and it's like
Right.
boom. Yes, Ryan Reynolds is good. Like, yeah, Red Notice wasn't about. It's kind of like Airplane. It's not about you going to look for some cinematic gem. You're going specifically for the laughs.
Just to
And
laugh, yeah.
hilarious. Like, and then The Rock and Gal are both good in their own right. So good. If you also didn't get a chance to watch, Emily Blunt in The Rock in the Jungle Cruise, also hilarious. Like, that one was just great.
I haven't been watching
super
any
great.
new recent movies or whatever. I only have been watching like ER, like the old show.
You need a 12-year-old
TV show. I
niece
just
that get on your damn
stuck on
nerves
it.
to come over and control the TV.
been watching good stuff, good things.
You always watching Marvel stuff. I want to watch what I want to watch. Listen, you little crap. We finna watch Falcon and no, I want to see that. I want to see that. I was like, yo, that movie's $29. Well, you said that
You pay for it.
Yeah, she said you the YouTuber. So I
Why
thought,
this
you know,
Emma voice though? Why is this her voice though? And shit, look, none of the statements actually end with a full something that ends with a period. Just,
Oh yeah, it's Emma. Dude, she quick. She unfortunately I taught her, and then it was funny as I like, damn it, girl, why you such a smart ass? And the whole family would just point to me like Parker Lewis. You remember Parker Lewis when they go and they all pop, they all just like and they all like, I'm like, really, gang? Can I get a little support? No, they like she's like that because of you. So you deal with it. You 29, your movie, buy it. And I'm just
Merry
like,
Christmas.
may the Lord bless you and keep you always.
May the Lord bless you and keep you always. And on that note, the food
Right.
is done.
So I'm saying, she like, look, Uncle, we finna watch this movie. So here's what your choices are. You can go ahead and buy that joint a little early. Or you can buy it a little late. But come next week, Friday, when I come in for babysitting duty, that movie best to
can
be
watch
in
this
the
movie.
cart.
It best to be
Right.
bought.
You know
Best
what I'm
to
saying?
be
I'm
bought.
gonna watch this here movie. So like, yo, I be getting texts days ahead of her night. Like she's every other Friday is Uncle Emma night. And like I got a list of things to have prepared before the little princess decided to show her ass up at the house. And then she like, look, we're going to go eat tonkatsu. That's like the Japanese pork chop that's covered in panko. It's real crunchy, right? I got like, you need to make a reservation at the panko. What? I need to. No, I mean she be with specificity, like as a true Virgo, because she's 3 days after me.
Oh man, you got hit double up then.
Yeah, that's
Yo.
why your family ain't supporting you. They're just pointing. Like, yeah,
They said the heck
Yo,
with that.
no,
Screw
I'll
all
be
that.
stuck. Wait, let me show you. Like this little kid can't eat like a Happy Meal like normal people. She want that good tonkatsu.
She said none of
plate.
that BK big girls meal. Give me tonkatsu.
I need the tonkatsu, and then I don't want the one with the little goma seeds in it. I want my sauce just like regular and not too sweet. And I'm like, the hell, you became a foodie.
Specificity.
Right? And then she like, and then
Specificity.
after we eat that, we go into the bookstore because I got to get me some new manga. And I'm just like, okay, how much money you got? I don't need no money. Her exact words. I don't need no
You
money.
got money.
You got money. I'm like, oh, I see. Said the blind man. So, I be getting ordered around by the 12-year-old. And there's nothing I can do about it. I'm stuck with it because I spoiled her.
I done did something stupid.
Exactly. Exactly. I done did something stupid. Now, I'm scared to find out what she finna want for Christmas because it's probably finna be expensive. And she don't buy no off the store Halloween costumes. She need to make it. And I was like, and they had the 2 swords. And I'm like, can you take swords to school? I don't know.
Nope.
She took them. To say it.
Ain't take them from her, I tell you that much.
No, I don't think so. Because she's a green belt right now, too. So.
You come collect them if you think you can.
Mm-hmm. Reach over here and get these hands, Uncle. Y'all don't even know, bro. That is my life. This is what I'm stuck with. So today it's gonna be all kind of screaming and yelling and capitulation and let's see what's on Black Friday. So, let's see. So, I'm gonna take your
Let's
iPad
see.
and can you get Procreate and put it on my iPad? And I'm like, why do you need Procreate? You're 12. Just use the standard Apple Notes app and draw. No, I need these brushes. And I'm like, what have you been doing? Oh, I was watching YouTube. You told me if you're going to watch YouTube, you might as well learn something. So now I need to get the Procreate. I'm just like,
Wow.
Ooh,
Wow.
she's got him.
That's a good loop. That's a good loop. She got you. She got your number on that one because that does make sense. You did tell her if you were watching YouTube, you might as well be learning something, and so she's learning and doing, and the doing requires I need stuff to do to actually get the doing part done.
Yeah.
So kudos
She
to
needs the
Emma.
brushes.
Kudos to Emma.
like I said,
Kudos to Emma.
I kind of screwed up. You know what they say in the old school movies? I think we've created a monster. Yeah, that was me.
Or as
I
Doc
don't
would
think
say,
so. I think you've
"Uh-oh,
created
I
a
did
creator."
something stupid. There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Luis probably had that joint on his thing.
Right.
And this.
What's up, Kimbucha? Good to see you.
I
coming
tried
in
to
at the
play it,
tail
but it
end.
didn't come through.
Yeah, because of Mixed Minus, I got you set up. That's right, sucker.
Ah, okay.
Ooh, they got a Von Dutch documentary. Oh,
All right. Well, thanks for joining us for this weekend live. We hope that you all had a fantabulous day. And Doc goes off into his look TI-86 reminiscent moments.
I just had to put that back.
I can't look at my Zoom 5 now without thinking of that
Calculated gray.
Calculator gray.
Calculator gray, man. That's
Oh, Miss D, while you out here shopping on the internet, I just want to let you know, jalapeno Cheetos is 2 for $6 at Target. I just collected them. I just want to let
That
you
was my
know.
first time having those, and it was just like, I don't know, it just hit right. The one day we was sitting in the telly and just like, man, let me get some. It's like you ask, like, here's the thing. Somebody say you can have some, and you just try to get a little bit, right? Because you just thinking, like, you're going to be kind, not going to take a whole lot. Then I'm like, looking
No,
at you,
y'all,
down
she
to, like,
lying.
your
She ate
last
my whole
one.
damn bag.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did. I was like, damn it, Miss D. You said, let me try one.
I didn't.
No,
All
I'm
I
stop
know-
lying.
I know. Doc was like, have some more. Have some more. It's all right.
Right. Yeah. I'm fine. I'm not going to eat no more. All I know is when I rolled that bag back down, that mug was like,
cover her face up right now. I mean, just cover her face up.
when I
Yo.
rolled that bag back down,
was-
it was like that little last row of chips left. I was like, yeah, I ain't going to touch no more now.
Yo, I don't know
That
why.
was the same conversation too.
Yo,
Oh,
them
God.
joints
Same
is
boom conversation because she
crack.
was there and she was like, "Oh, put that bag back. I've had enough." And then we continued to talk,
Yeah.
and she's like, "Can I see that bag again?
Let me get.
Bring it over."
Okay, shoot.
Thank you, Louise. She did say, "Let me see that back again." Look, wait, I'm gonna have to turn
Man,
this into
whatever.
a little. Wait, come here. I'm gonna have to turn this into a little thing. I'm gonna keep this one for the stream right here. There you go. And then cut it out. Not
You gotta cut it
sponsored.
out with Canva.
Not
Not
sponsored,
sponsored,
Miss
but-
D. Dun, 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 dun. Isn't it easy not to be cheesy? Yo, I'm telling you, I don't know if you guys know about these joints, but these joints is correct. Like absolute
It's good.
correct. Now I
And for
can't
those that
find it.
don't
I
like
can't find
spicy,
the X.
I don't like spicy food either, but these are flavorful. They don't have like no extreme amount of heat to them. They really tasty. Really tasty.
Wait, Ty got me looking up Dollar General to see about this.
Man, I'm not finna play with y'all. The food is done over here, so I haven't eaten
Yeah,
yet. So
yeah,
I'm
I'm
about
finna
to
go
wrap
eat.
it up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and I
I'm
have
just trying to
go
see
drive.
why Ty said I needed a $5 waffle maker, but that's how they invented Nikes, was because of a waffle maker from the Dollar General. True story. I'm not even joking, but yes, that's exactly what happened. Anyway, gang. No, go ahead, Ms. D. You can go ahead and close it out like you think you me.
Okay, gang. Thanks for joining us this weekend.
I'm done messing with y'all. Y'all stupid. Happy Thanks freaking giving, people. We'll see y'all next week.
The best.
And thank you, Louise, for subbing in for our missing man. We don't know.
Anytime. This was
While you shopping for Christmas trees, if you see David, ask him to blink twice if he need help.
Right.